You have to say, Lord, my worship, my praise, it's personal. And it's for real. Are there any witnesses in the house today? You've been good. You see, some of you have been through some things, and you're going through some things now. And you know without a shadow of a doubt that it's been the Lord that has brought you through. You thought your friends were going to be there, and they've left you. You thought family would be there, and they can't even pick up the phone. And you see that the Lord has made a way. And so I just challenge you this morning that if your heart is not in the right place when you worship, just say, Lord, forgive me, because my worship should be genuine. Nobody here has a heaven or a hell to put you in. Nobody here can bless you like the Lord can bless you. And so when we enter the sanctuary, it's just time to say, Lord, I need to be real. If I need to repent, let me repent. If I need to raise my hand and say, Lord, I just thank you. Don't ever get too proud to say, Lord, I just thank you. Don't ever get so independent where you say, Lord, I need thee every hour. Is your worship real? Hear now the word of God. 2 Corinthians, the 12th chapter. Yes. Beginning with verse 7. Paul talks about a thorn in his flesh. 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7. Hear now these words. 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7. And to keep me from becoming conceited because of these surprisingly great revelations, there was given to me a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord, take it away from me. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. For by my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. This is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weakness, in insults, in hardships, in persecution, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. May the Lord have a blessing to read His word. We'll talk about it is what it is. It is what it is. Several years ago, while sitting in a church meeting in Ohio, one of my board members used that phrase. He said, Brother Pastor, it is what it is. I never heard that before. And I scratched my head. It is what it is. And I've thought about it more and more. You've heard people use the phrase often. It just is what it is. So what do you do when you come to reality that there is nothing else more that you can do? That's right. Have you ever been in a situation where you yourself have admitted that you have done the best that you can do? There is nothing else humanly possible, and when you come to that point, and even if the desired outcomes are not not where you want them to be, you too have to admit it is what it is. Yes, my brothers and sisters, there are many problems in life that you can solve. However, please note that you will not be able to solve all the problems that come your way.
That's right.
There are some tensions that you can dissolve. But please note that you will never dissolve all of the tension that come your way. Sometimes you have to acknowledge the obvious. Sometimes you have to come to grips with the reality and say it is what it is.
All right.
What do you do when you face that season of life where it just is what it is? Sometimes as pastor and counselor, you run across all kinds of challenges from the parishioners and in their lives, and as counseling them and providing spiritual care for them.
All right.
How many times have I counseled couples when their marriage is not what it ought to be?
Yes.
Neither would want divorce, but neither will acknowledge that the marriage is not what it should be. The reality of they're just saying, Pastor, it is what it is. I'm not changing, she's not changing, it just is what it is. I'm not meddling, I'm trying to get through my sermon. What happens when your children have made decisions and there's no way for you to correct their decisions? What happens when they place themselves on a path and you have no power to correct the path that they've placed themselves on? At some point you have to just acknowledge it is what it is. What happens when your financial dreams do not come true and you're no longer able to change your financial position? It is what it is. Some people have sailed into retirement only to find out that retirement just wasn't what they thought it was going to be. They thought days of leisure and nights of pleasure. No longer do we have to get up and the alarm clock becomes our taskmaster. I'm retired. Report to no one. And then the bills come in. And you see that maybe the pension was not where you thought. Or something has come up that you no longer have the resources to handle. You too have to acknowledge it is what it is. What happens when your new reality is not what you desire? But you have to come to grips with that new reality. Your health has shifted. You may have to live for the rest of your life with whatever you've been diagnosed with. There's no cure. It is not going to go away. You have been shifted, and you have to say it just is what it is. When you acknowledge reality, when you acknowledge that it is what it is, that really for the Christian is the basis of our prayer life. When you come to grips that I can't fix everything, I can't solve every problem, but I know a God who can. I have to come to grips with the reality that it just is what it is. Sometimes in life we are fooled into thinking that we can fix it all. That we can solve it all, that we can bring it to grips. Then you come to a point where you say, look here, I don't have enough money to fix all the problems. I don't have enough time to fix all the problems. I don't understand say, in your life, in your walk, in your journey. It is what it is. I ask you today, we will never solve hatred.
All right.
You can be the nicest person in the world,
Yes.
and somebody will still not like you. We will not solve racism. You can do all that you can, and somebody can get mad and still call you the N-word. Driving in the other morning, merging on to the highway, a car did not see me and I could not get over. And in addition to not having to interpret what his middle finger meant, I could read his lips. And it was clear that the N-word was a part of his vocabulary. Never met the man, don't know the man, didn't do anything to the man. You'll never solve it all. But you have to come to grips sometime and say it is what it is. You'll never solve conflict at home, at work, in relationship, and even in the church. The best that we can do is to make sure that we can try to reduce the impact. At the end of the day, we come to grips. We'll never fully understand life. We'll never fully control behavior. We'll never fully predict all of life's outcomes. And sometimes we have to say, Lord, it is what it is.
Yes, sir.
The Apostle Paul came to that reality. He said, I've got a thorn in my flesh. And Lord, 3 times did you remove the thorn from my flesh. And to this day, we don't know if the thorn was physical, emotional, spiritual, or a combination of them all. But on 3 times, he said, Lord, fix it. Remove it. If it was an ailment, heal it. If it was financial, correct it. And the Lord on 3 times told him, no, I'm not dealing and not taking away the thorn in your flesh. In fact, he says, Paul, I'm going to use this thorn in your flesh for some real purposes. First of all, Paul, if life was just easy and cushy, Paul says, I would become conceited. I could become arrogant and haughty because I would think that it's all on me. Paul admitted, he says, so that I would not become conceited. Have you ever met some folk who are conceited? Massive egos, all about them, their level of entitlement. Paul says, God says, look, Paul, I know you. And I know if I gave you everything in life, I know you. And sometimes the Lord says to us, look, I know you. I know that if I solved every problem, I know that if I made it all right, I know you. The problem with God is that he knows us better than we know ourselves. So he said, no, Paul, I won't take away the thorn. I won't take away. But God, the person that I have to be at work with every day, they're horrible, they're mean. No. I won't see to it that they get a transfer. No, I won't let them be fired. But Lord, you know how horrible they are. No. Tomorrow morning, you'll see them. They'll be your worst enemy. And the Bible says, Paul says, God said, because I know you. Because I know you. I know you better than you know yourself. So I'm not taking the thorn away. Some of you, even with your own children, you say, Lord, will you just turn Johnny around? Because the truth be told, Johnny is getting on your nerve. Would you just fix Sally? Because Sally is about to get a piece of my mouth. The Lord says, no. She's going to come by your house right after she thinks you're home from church. You done shouted all around the sanctuary. And Johnny waiting on you when you get home. Lord, can you not just send Johnny on the vacation? No. Give Johnny a job because he's draining me. No, I'm not taking this thorn out. Some of you are sick. And you said, Lord, would you heal me? Would you take this ailment away? Would you take it away? Last year, I was diagnosed as a diabetic. And I said, Lord, would you take it away? Lord, would you fix it? Yeah, I manage it. But it's not going away. I said, Lord, I have to drive back and forth and monitoring my glucose to make sure that I get on the road, that it's not too high, and take it away. Ever since that diagnosis, God's grace has been sufficient. God's mercy. Some of you are having a host of medical challenges, and you have to deal with those. And you'll say, God, take it away. But you look back over your journey and you see, I'm here today, Pastor, because of the grace of God and the mercy of God. Somebody ought to be a witness that He's been keeping me all along. It is what it is. It is what it is. Some of you are wondering, Lord, why is it that I try to be a nice person and folk just fall out with you? For those of you who suffer from the nice person syndrome, let me share something with you. Jesus was a very nice person. He was a nice person. He didn't lie on anybody. He didn't gossip about anyone. Look at Jesus. He healed the sick, and He didn't send them a medical bill. Jesus, when they came to Jesus for healing, He didn't say, now, do you got Blue Cross and Blue Shield? Do you got some Delta Dental? What's your copay? When you read the Bible, Jesus healed folk for free. He raised the dead. Raised the dead. He didn't ask you about your burial plan and your plot. He raised the dead for free. He prayed for people. He preached to people. Get this, Jesus took on other folks' problems. Yes, He did. And He made those problems His own problems. And in light of all of that, in light of Jesus being a really nice guy, they killed Him. Did you get that? So in case you suffer from the nice person syndrome, you can't figure out why it is somebody just doesn't like it. It is what it is. Paul says to us today that you'll have a thorn in your flesh, whatever it might be. Might be physical, might be emotional, might be spiritual, might be you might have the combo platter. You got health issues, you got family issues, you got money issues, you got it all.
All right.
And you keep coming to God and you say, God, would you just ease the load? Would you just take it away? Would you fix it? And God is still telling you that you live by my grace.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you can have power in weakness.
Yeah.
You can have power. You can make it when you don't even know how you're going to make it. Maybe there's a witness here today. That even when you say, God, I cannot see my way through. I don't know how I'm going to make it. God just shows up and shows out anyhow. God says, my grace is sufficient. So Paul said, look at here. I've stopped asking God to move some stuff. And as Andrew said, I stopped asking God to move the mountain. And she said, I just started asking God to give me strength to climb. I stopped asking God to move difficult situations or difficult people. But God, give me a little more of your grace. And your grace will make a way out of nowhere. Is there anybody here today that said, Pastor, I'm living off of his grace. I'm walking off of his grace. I'm surviving off of his grace. Oh, they may try to kill you, but when the Lord shows up and the Lord shows out, he'll say, yes, it is what it is. But what it really is my grace. My grace is sufficient. It's sufficient. You know, there's nothing better than being in a church full of folk who say, Pastor, I'm a witness that God's grace woke me up this morning. Pastor, I'm a witness that God's grace started me on my way. Pastor, I've got some medical challenges, but I get up every day and I thank God for just another day. Our foreparents used to sing, just another day that the Lord has blessed me. Just another day that the Lord has kept me. God's grace. Some of you right now, you're going to go tomorrow to work. There's some folk may not care. You can do all you can. You can wash the windows, sweep the floors, cook food in the cafeteria, bake cookies, make coffee. Still don't care for it. And you wonder how you make it. You see, your prayer to God, God, can you just move this? Can you just see to it that miraculously the manager gets fired? God, can you just see to it that my bills just go away? God, can you see to it that everybody that gives me a hard time, just show up, deal with it. How do you want to do it? Let's get them out. And God keeps telling you, no, I'm not doing it. Because I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you. No, Lord, I won't take a vacation for the whole summer and not come. No, I know you. I know you. No, I'm not going to let you hit the lottery yet. I know you. I know you. Yeah, you said if you got 200 million that you tie. I know you. I know you. The only way Uncle Sam gets his money from is he take it up front. I know you. But Lord, how am I going to make it? God reminds you that my grace is what you need. My grace. Have you lived long enough to realize that the things you thought thought you needed to make it were not the things that you really needed to make it.
Yes, yes.
Have you ever realized that with God in your life, that you can be poor and still happy? Have you realized that with God out of your life, that you can have all the money you want and be fussing every night? Have you realized that with God on your side, that he can make a way out of no way?
Yes, thank you, Lord.
God lets us live long enough.
All right.
Some of you are living right now. You've got medical challenges. And you're a living witness that the Lord has been keeping you.
Yes.
You're a living witness. Some of you have lost loved ones. And you said, Lord, how am I going to make it without her? How am I going to make it without him? And some of you here today, you're a witness that God's grace is sufficient. It's sustaining you and it's keeping you. God's grace. Paul said, I no longer worry about trouble.
All right.
He said, I don't worry about insult, hardship. He said, because I've come to realize that in my weakness, God is great. Our foreparents had it right. They used to say, this joy that I have, they tell you the world didn't give it to you. Now you think about when that song was written. We were dealing with Jim Crow and couldn't vote and had no money and go to any school, couldn't eat at any public accommodations, and somebody said, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. That's somebody saying, I'm a witness that his grace is sufficient. Oh, I got to sit down, but is there anybody here today? Pastor, you're right, that God is keeping me. God is walking by my side. God is making way. Pastor Wesley, come over here and tell us again, God is enough. God will make your crooked ways straight. God will deliver you. At the end of the day, Paul said, I asked him 3 times. Take it away. No. No. I won't do it. Paul, my grace. My grace. I don't know who I'm talking to this morning, but I want to encourage you today that whatever you're going through, whatever challenge you're up against, I don't want you to feel that God has abandoned you simply because he has not resolved the problem to your satisfaction. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I don't want you to give up on faith and give up on hope because you say, you know, God hasn't fixed this, and God hasn't fixed my son, and God hasn't fixed my daughter. But I want you to leave church and say, even if it doesn't get fixed, I'm walking by God's grace, and God's grace is going to take care of me. I leave church today knowing the challenges will always be there. Struggles will always be there. Paul said, the Lord came back to me and said, my grace. My grace. You'll see that when I take care of you, there's nothing that all the demons in hell can do to you when you're protected by God's grace. Some of you had people to tell you wasn't going to be nothing, you wasn't going to make nothing, but God's grace is walking by your side. That's what Paul said. That's what Paul said in this message. He said, church, I asked God 3 times, take it away. And what did the Lord say? No. I ain't taking it away. I'm not resolving that. One of the oldest members of our church in Ohio was 93 years old. She was diagnosed with cancer when she was 69. And they told her that she wouldn't live no more than a year.
All right, all right.
Has the cancer gone away? No. But did I tell you she was 93 years old? She said, God, would you take it away? No. It's come back and gone away. It's come back and gone away. And now she even jokes with it. Well, it's going to go away stage faster, but I'm sure I'll get a few more weeks. And I said, well, sister, you kind of have a, what do you feel about that? She said, I've lived now to learn that I live by God's grace. And her life is a living testimony to those who are going through struggles and trials and tribulations. She said, I never thought I'd make it. I went to the Cleveland Clinic, one of the best places that you can go. They gave me a year. God didn't take away the thorn in my flesh. Think about that. God didn't take it away. The Bedford medical health care didn't take it away. Double whammy. But God said, my grace. My grace. As you're going through a season of tough times, God says, my grace. My grace. Some days people will see you smile and they'll wonder why you're smiling. And you can just tell them that God's grace. Sometimes people say, well, you have a good attitude about life, is knowing what you're going through. Just tell them God's grace. God's mercy sees you through. Paul says he didn't take that thorn away. And for somebody sitting in church today, he may not take the thorn away. But what he will say is, child, my grace. My grace. My grace is sufficient. The doors of the church open for you right now. If you're here this morning and you say, Pastor, I'm not a member of any church, I haven't joined the body of Christ, we extend the invitation to you right now. The doors of the church open for you right now. And then there's somebody here today, and I want to pray for you. Maybe you're saying, Pastor, you're right. I've got this thorn in my flesh. I'm like Paul. I keep asking God, would you remove it? Would you change it? Would you heal it? Would you fix it? Would you make it go away? And Pastor, I just don't know how to come to grips with it because it's not going away. If you're here today, I want you to come down the aisle. I want to pray for you. I want to pray for you. That God will allow you to experience His grace. If you're here today, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. This altar ought to be full. Be honest with yourself. Lord, whatever it is that's not going away, that's not going to be resolved, you're not fixing it right now. Would you help me to rest on your grace? Because that's the only way I can get through it. It's by your grace. That's going to see me through. That's going to help dry away tears in the midnight hour. I don't know why. I don't understand it. I don't understand why I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with. Maybe relationships have gone bad. Maybe you say, Pastor, you don't know, every week I go on a job. And it's so tough, so rough. Maybe your dreams, financial dreams, are not where they want to be. And you come to grips with reality that it just is what it is. Maybe your health. Maybe you sit here today and you say, Master, depression. I don't want to sink into just giving up, closing myself off. I want to pray for you because God's grace, God's mercy. Maybe you're here today and you've lost a loved one. And you're just trying to say, Pastor, I don't know how to make it. Between July of 2015 and July of this year, I participated with our church and other churches, 40 funerals. 40 funerals. We've seen 16 of our own members make this transition. And maybe you're one of the survivors here today, and you say, Pastor, I just don't know how to make it. God hasn't removed this thorn from my flesh. Won't you come to the altar and say, God, would you give me your grace? That's what I need. I need your grace. I need your mercy. Whatever that thorn might be, whatever that challenge might be, may even be your marriage, maybe your children. But there's a reason that God has placed this message in our hearing today. And God wants us to understand that I'm still in control. My eyes are still on you. I know what you're going through. I know where you are. And instead of just saying, Lord, if you don't fix it, what does that say about my faith? It says nothing about your faith. God wants to take you to a new level. And that new level is He's going to show you how to operate out of His grace. Because that'll shock you. There's some folk in this church today that are witnesses that God's grace is sufficient. Is there any witnesses? It's sufficient. That if they had to ask themselves, they don't even know how they're making it right now. But God's grace. God's grace. God's grace. Lady said to me, I'm 93, Pastor. Has the cancer gone? No. Hadn't gone. And every day I get up, I just say, Lord, thank you for allowing me to see another day. You see, when you start to operate out of grace, you don't fuss as much as you used to. When you operate out of grace, some things don't bother you. Because grace carries you. This altar is open for you right now. It's prayer time. It's prayer time. Somebody needs to come to the altar. It's prayer time. It's prayer time. There comes a point in your life you cannot fix it all. You cannot resolve it all. Sometimes life will just sure enough beat you up. Sometimes, Pastor, I never thought I'd be in this shit shape. Never thought I'd have my back up against the wall. Never thought I'd be in this condition. God wants somebody to not leave church today feeling defeated. But leave church today, say, God, maybe I just need to stop asking you to move mountains. And would you just give me strength? Would you just give me strength? Let your grace and your mercy show up. Let's come to the altar. Those that are here, would you stand? Whatever we're going through, whatever you're going through, I feel in my spirit there ought to be some more at this altar. Don't you let the devil fool you.
All right, all right.
It's prayer time. Whatever the thorn in the flesh might be, whatever it might be, don't you give up on God. Lord, I still got all of these medical appointments. Don't you give up on God. The pastor's not going away. I didn't say it. not getting any better. I don't know if it will. But what I do know is that you'll experience God's grace. And God's grace will give you a whole new perspective. In fact, God will even use you to be a witness to somebody else. Because your life will be a witness to somebody else. And your life will tell somebody, look here, baby, I'm still going through, but guess what? I'm going through with Jesus. This altar's open. I don't know who I'm talking to yet, but I know you're not at this altar yet. And I want to be obedient to the voice of the Holy Spirit speaking right now. Right now. Right now. You need mercy. He needs His grace in your life. Whatever it might be. Maybe marriage is not what it ought to have been. You're at a point in your life you say, but it just is what it is. But give me grace. Maybe that son, that daughter, that grandchild is not doing what they ought to do. You've done all you can. You've invested all you can. And they say things or they've done things that just hurt you to the core. You need God's grace. Whatever it might be. Maybe it's your job and you say, Pastor, I just, every day, you don't know what I have to go through at work. God just said, look, we're going to help you operate out of grace. Because every problem will not be solved. Every tension will not go away. But God says, I'm going to teach you and I'm going to equip you how to have peace in the midst of a storm. I want to give you something to help you deal with your problems in the midst of trial. And if you're in this church today, I want you to acknowledge it. God, I really need your grace right now. I really need it. I really need it. Because this problem just is not going away. This challenge is not changing. My health, I don't know what's going on with it. My children, I don't know. We've tried to raise them one way. It seems like they've gone out another way. My money is not where I thought it would be. So all of us, when we get to that point, you don't give up on God. You don't say, God, you don't care about me. You don't fall into depression. But you say, God, I'm coming to the altar today. I'm coming to church today. I'm standing at the altar today. Because if I need nothing else, I need your grace to help me through. Oh, I feel His presence today, church. Every head is bowed, every eye is closed. Lord, we thank you. Thank you, Lord. We're like the Apostle Paul. We've got some thorns in our flesh. We've got some challenges that year after year after year, they just don't go away. And Lord, be like Paul. We've come to you on several occasions. Paul said, I came 3 times. And whatever it might have been, Lord, we've come. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's health. But today, Lord, we ask a different prayer. We ask, Lord, that you would help us to experience your grace. Because you said in your word that your grace is sufficient. And so, Lord, help us and show us how to understand the sufficiency of your grace. To see life through the eyes of your grace. Because at the end of the day, Lord, we live, we breathe by your grace. So yes, Lord, we have disappointments at this altar. We have frustrations at this altar. We have pain at this altar. But help us, Lord, help us to come to the same conclusion as Paul. That your grace. Don't know if I'll get better tomorrow, but help me to walk by your grace. Don't know if my money problems will get better overnight, but help me to walk by your grace. Don't know if my boss will ever like me, but help me to walk by your grace. Don't know if folk will ever stop lying and falsely accusing, but help me to walk by your grace. And then, Lord, when I walk by it so much and so long, you help me to see that my real strength is in my weakness. Because my strength is in you. David was right when he says, I lift mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help. All of my help comes from the Lord. Somebody here right now, Lord, they've got to make decisions. They don't know what decisions to make. They've got challenges on every hand. I pray in the name of Jesus